The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Good morning, everybody. Tommy O'Brien with Tom O'Brien. It's Friday. It's 10 a.m. We got markets doing a little bit of volatile action. We got Dow currently in negative territory off 14 points after being negative almost 100 coming into that market open. Trading 25,049. S&P's flat and NASDAQ leading the way in positive territory, up 18 points. Morning, Tom. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Tommy.
How's it going?
Well, and we also going great, man. Yourself?
Good.
And bottom line, folks, gold. Trump is gold's best friend. This is going to be what
today. Let's no, I joke, but right? I mean today for sure. Yeah.
Well, watch how I think this is going to play out. So what you have, folks, is that if we start over in the dollar index, what is always not what always has happened. What we've had happening inside the dollar index is this: is at the 95 area. Each and every time we've been up to that area, bottom line, the index hasn't been able to hold price. Yesterday, no doubt, was unusual. Bottom line, the middle of the day, it was up there. It had good volume. Bottom line, failed when Trump come out and start hammering the Fed. This morning, you are barreling down with monster volume, 25,000 contracts already. And normally, when this does basically 25,000 contracts in one day, that's a lot. So my take kind of goes like this, is that there's no doubt that the aspect of hammering the Fed, bottom line, last time that was out there, Reagan, I remember hammering the Fed, so it's been done out there before. Politically, what ends up happening is that he doesn't have control of the Fed. You know what he does have control of, though, Tom?
What's that?
The Treasury. Mnuchin. And we haven't seen, basically, he's talking about manipulation in the yuan this morning and the euro currency this morning. Well, guess what? If the Fed keeps going up, I suspect what will end up happening is that he's going to direct Mnuchin turn around, start selling that dollar. So it's going to be intriguing. Watch how this plays out. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're in a whole brave new world here that we haven't been in a good 30 years, I'd say. So,
yeah.
It's going to be wild, man.
Yeah.
Gold is going to need a lot more than it has just yet. But bottom line is that you got to start. The thing that's amazing is that these things always come out of nowhere. It's like, the GDX, has been basically saying for quite some time that, hey, these equities want higher price. If we go to Royal Gold, this is what's really wild. If we actually go to Royal Gold, so picture RGLD. Royal Gold makes money on the price, the gross price of gold, and that hasn't backed off its highs. So, we'll see where this is. I mean, you're trading at $91.86. If we bring this back, the all-time high is in 2012 at $100. So you get what, 10% higher.
Yeah.
Big number though.
Yeah.
And now I was listening to you with the Dow down 100. Now that was the second get-go, which was he was on with Joe Kernan saying we're going to basically put tariffs on $500 billion in goods. And man, if that ever happens, you better basically save your money, folks, because that means that we're going to be paying a lot more money for everything out here. Because it's hard to comprehend, but at this time you better take some of this seriously because the bureaucracy is going forward.
Yeah. No, I hear you. So when you say that Mnuchin's going to sell the dollar,
yes. What that means is this. So the way that you have currency manipulation is that, bottom line, he's the head of the Treasury. He can tell people to buy the dollar or sell the dollar. Okay? And that's intervention. And, you know, the Japanese do intervention. Central banks do intervention. That's the bottom line.
So I just want to be clear. So does the U.S. Treasury currently buy and sell the U.S. dollar to manipulate it?
No, not that we know of. No.
Okay.
But they have, and they can.
Just when? I'm asking that myself. Like 20 years ago, are we talking about, or like?
No. They've done it maybe. But well, they definitely did it during the Depression, meaning 2007, 2008.
Oh, okay.
Stabilizing it. You know what I'm saying? So they have the right to do it. I mean, they do this. They'll do this through their bond offerings as they push out bonds and then they repossess. They do repos. That's how they basically can manipulate it. Or try to manipulate it. Let's put it that way.
Okay, that's the kind of clarity I'm just trying to gain. So that's different, though. They're not buying and selling the dollar. They're issuing bonds. Is that what? And repossessing?
They're issuing and they're taking them off the market. That's right.
That's completely different, though. I just want to be clear myself in terms of buying and selling the dollar in the currency market to try and manipulate the price.
Right.
Okay.
Well, the bond market runs everything. What ends up happening is that the amount of debt that's out there, that's how basically you get expansions and contractions, okay, in the marketplace. You know, so we'll see. Now, and that doesn't even mean, I suspect, that there's a couple different theories out here, and this only started yesterday. You know, there's plenty of analysts that right now that are saying that this could backfire, that the Fed will say, okay, I'm going to be strong, and I'm going to basically go up on rates anyway, no matter what you say. You know, and we don't know. We don't know where this is going to shake out right now. You know, if we take a look at the Fed fund futures rate, it hasn't done a thing to it. You know, we were at 90 yesterday. We're at 88.1 today. That's still saying that the Fed is going up on short-term rates September 26th.
Yes.
You know. So it's going to be it's going to be wild. Watch this whole thing shake out. What it has done is that, you know, of course, the euro went topside, gold went topside. You know, the yen got stronger, and you know, inside the let's see what the yen. Yeah, the yen just came down. The yen was trading at 113 yen to $1 US yesterday. Today you're at 111.68. You know, and it looks to me what this is going to be the new dimension out here, folks. You have. He does the social media on Fox for basically everything he wants there. The New Deal, everything financial, he's going to do with Joe Kernan on CNBC. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, he went on yesterday, he went on this morning. You know, he used to be on CNBC a lot. He used to be on there once a week. And then he said something years ago and they canned him.
So that was just so yesterday and this morning were the same interview. That was... They aired a piece of it yesterday and then aired it in full this morning on CNBC, and it was the same interview that they teased. Wow. That's all that was going on. They had an interview in the can yesterday, and they released part of it yesterday in a tease, and then the full interview was aired this morning.
Pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, no doubt. You know, if you haven't test-driven the Nadex platform yet, folks, great time to do it. And you know, Tommy, I was looking at that this morning. And this is, as soon as we come back, we're going to talk about this, because we're going to talk about is the aspect of doing the dailies versus the weeklies, particularly on a Friday when you see a couple differentials in there.
Okay.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials flat. NASDAQ is up 18. S&P's are flat. Gold's up 5.10. Silver's up 8 cents. We'll come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien with Tom O'Brien. We got markets kind of hanging out. So, Tom, you're saying you're going to jump around to some weeklies, some dailies, right? What are we looking at?
Yes. So on the Nadex platform, folks, you can trade dailies, you can trade weeklies. Let's talk specifically gold, because this is what was going on this morning, and I suspect it goes on most of the time. You can go into the same strike price. Like this morning when I was on the platform, basically 6:30 in the morning, what you had is that if we talk in the gold contract, right now it's at 12.29. Well, if we take a look at gold this morning, GCQ8, you're going to see this was laying down here. Yeah, let's call it just 7 o'clock, because I believe, let's see, I left my house at 7. I was up at 6. Yeah, let's just say 12.23, okay?
Okay.
So gold's at 12.23 at 7:30 this morning, right? So I was over there looking at the binaries, because, you know, many times you've told me I got to look at those binaries. And I actually traded the binaries yesterday. I was looking at them this morning. And what happens is this, is that you can get the exact same strike price. And the fluctuation, it was only 50 cents on the buy, meaning that what ends up happening, folks, is that you have a daily that's expiring at 1:30. You have a weekly that's expiring at 1:30 in the gold contract. And it's the exact same strike price. So that's why we say on a continual basis you want to get the demo, go over the demo, because I was watching this morning and it was between a 25 and 50 cent difference each and every time. You see what I'm saying? For the same, just like when we pull up, you know, the volatility trades, what ends up happening is that sometimes you can get another hour or 2 hours for the same price. Well, the fluctuation inside the daily and the weekly had a discrepancy. You know, And it's pretty cool, man, because the bottom line is that 50 cents doesn't seem like a lot, but guess what? It's 50 cents, folks, okay? So maybe if you can even pull it up right now, we'll see if it's a differential.
Sure. Now, I do have it up. If you want to pull up my den screen, so I've been looking at, I have the charts up here. And so what does change there slightly, which might have had to do with the pricing of that, is that I'll start off with the weeklies, okay? So I'm in the gold binaries. I've jumped down to the weeklies. And you can see that these trade in $10 jumps between each price strike price. Okay, so you go 12.14.50, 12.24.50, 12.34.50, and the market right now is at about 12.30. So basically,
I was looking at the 12.27s, I believe. That's what I was looking at. Just say.
Okay, there's no 12.27s on the weekly though. That's what I was.
Is it 12.27.50 then?
No, that's so. Follow me here. The weeklies they go every $10. That's what I just. So they go. You got 12.24. You got 12.34. Those are your two choices in between. That's as close as the weeklies get. So what does happen on the daily is that the closest one you get is 12.34.10, or you get 12.32.60. The weeklies go. The dailies go $1.50, because obviously daily much closer. You're going to need smaller strike price differentials just because they're trading. So what I'm guessing maybe is that those strike prices might have been slightly off by the tune of 40 cents or something like that.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, because when we compare those natural gas and crude oil ones, you're looking at identical strike prices or identical spreads in those examples. But I can see
I thought I was looking at the same one. Evidently, I wasn't.
Yeah, what I can see right away is there's actually no spread that matches up price-wise with the weekly.
Okay.
So that would be that small little difference, and 50 cents in a strike price, right, could be definitely when you're talking about pricing these options on a $100 basis, right?
Especially on a binary, right?
Yes. Each 50 cents, each dollar is going to matter dramatically, because just as you see how these are priced, so we're looking at the dailies I have up here right now. Gold's trading at 12.2982, and just looking at the differential going from 12.31.10, which is only about $1.20 above where we're trading at right now, is trading 35 by 40. So you could buy that at 40. You're risking 40 to make 60, and you need the price of gold to appreciate about $1.50, buck and change before the close at 130. But you just jump up an extra $1.50, and man, what a world of difference. Now, instead of risking 40 to make 60, which is basically putting up 1 to make 150, you're risking 25 to make 75. You're risking 1 to make 3, and that's only a difference of $1.50. So vast differences in risk reward for every 50 cents, every dollar, for sure. And so, on the daily basis, these get set every night, and so that's why they're going to have closer together strike prices. And then the weeklies, though, and this can change as well, but where gold is trading at right now is, if gold ever shot up to 15, 16, 1700, maybe you'd see some different strike price differences. But right now, every $10, and it's on the 50 cents. And because gold is sitting right in the middle of the two weekly price spreads, basically, where you have 12.34, you got 12.24. Both of those are complete outliers right now, because guess what? Gold has to move, $4 or $5 in either direction for that to work. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty intense, because it's Friday.
Right.
So
I was just going to say, one of the things that jumps out, and you're paying a little bit of a bid offer spread here, right? As in, when you look at the risk reward, as in it's 8 by 13. If you're, looking for the 12.34.50, you're going to be buying it at 13 to make 87, whereas the market makers risking 7 to make 93. But just an example, you can make these volatility trades in binaries too, as in if you just think maybe it's going to spike up or higher or lower, right? You could buy the 12.34. You're risking 12. You could sell the 12.24. You're risking 14, and so you're risking about $25 total, $26.50, and basically you sold the spread below us. Sold the binary below us. You bought the binary above us, and basically you would be risking 25 to make a 75 profit if gold closes either above 12.34 or below 12.24. Just kind of a multi-leg, the same way we set up with those spreads.
Yeah, that's a better trade if you were going to go in there. Interesting.
Well, it's a volatility trade. It has no market bias in direction, though. So that's the difference.
Yeah, no, and I'm with you.
Yeah.
But check it out, which is kind of interesting, because if you went Yeah, I think that's a better trade. The reason being is that if I went in there right now at 12.29, I still have to get 12.34 if I was bullish. If I went in at 12.29, I still have to get toward 12.24, right? And
yes.
Would that right? And that
I'm sorry, I'm losing it a little bit. I mean, yeah, if you trade directionally, you're going to need movement in that direction. Is that what you're saying?
I believe that you said that was going to cost $35 anyway, right?
Sorry, what? I'm sorry.
If you went bullish, right?
Yes.
Right now in the binary, I can't see your screen.
No.
If you went bullish
okay.
right now, if you went bullish right now on the screen, and on a weekly,
the 12.30. No, so that market is only going to cost us about $12.
I got it. Okay,
that's where. Okay. I mean, that's because, so follow me. The one leg can't cost 35 if both legs are going to cost us 25, right?
Right.
That's
right. Exactly.
So they're each costing about half of that. 12 or 12 for the bullish side, 14 for the bearish side. They're both deep out of the money, and you need basically almost $5 in either direction. It's kind of splitting right in the middle, right where we are right now.
Which makes sense.
Give or take 50 cents.
I get it.
So they're both $5 out of the money binaries in the price of gold. But, and we can check out the price if there's availability on the spreads for similar trades. I'm just jumping around. Not quite. They don't line up as simple as that. But, there's a bunch of options when you get gold moving $20, right, to trade it for volatility.
Big time.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We get the Dow up 4, Nasdaq's up 4.18, S&P's are flat. We're coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming, see high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien with Tom O'Brien. Didn't take long. We got all the major indices currently in the green. S&P's ticking positive by less than a point. Dow up 15 and NASDAQ now up about 21.
Yes, let's go inside the NDX 100. You know, we had Microsoft come out with numbers, big numbers. Microsoft's up 2.6% or 268. Now check this out. This is pretty amazing, man. So this is the first time on a yearly basis that Microsoft revenue is over 100 billion. It's 110 billion. It looks like the way that it's structured, their fiscal year just finished, evidently. Bottom line, monster number though. It's like, oh my God. Now, on top of that, they are growing. They're, let me get this straight, which is, this is, when you see this number, this is actually hard to comprehend also, is that the number, where are you? Whoops, 1 second. So, come on, stay up here for me. Ugh. Yeah, they're growing cloud computing by 53%, and their margin is 58%.
Not bad.
Like, oh my God, it's unbelievable. It really is. And you know, bottom line, folks, Microsoft just took out its highs, and it looks like another ABC up. So it's going to be really wild. We've already done 7 million shares. If you do 7.9 million, you get an ABC up. Your A point is 97. Your B is 106. You get $9. You know, you're talking about $111, and right now we're at 107. You know, pretty amazing, man.
Yeah.
Now, if we go on the other side of that, GE, you know, bottom line is that they're still trying to survive. That right now is down 49 cents, and it doesn't look like the end of the world. But bottom line is that what I think the market's looking at there is that free cash flow. They're at the lower end of the free cash flow, $6 billion, and it's like we know that they have more write-offs to come. The real question is that what are they, and can Flannery keep this thing going?
Excuse me.
You know, on a longer-term basis, in order to just move more product out before, you know, bottom line is that they need more money.
Sure.
You know? So.
Yeah.
You had Big Blue yesterday. If you want to see a difference, now check this out. This is kind of intriguing. Is that Big Blue, who has Watson, right, which is the AI deal, that actually contracted by 1% in their numbers, and their cloud is only growing by 18%. Pretty wild, right?
Okay. As compared with Microsoft?
Compare with Microsoft or Amazon. If we bring up Amazon, it looks like these guys are going to be the players, man. Yeah. Amazon, I think Amazon is pushing to 55% also. Let me just see. Because they break it out. Yeah, 55%. You know,
yeah.
That's the number I actually gave you, I believe, was the cloud computing growth. It was the 58%. That went up 6 points this quarter as to their revenue. But you know what? Even us as a company, Tommy, that we use it. And it's, you know, we're only small folks, but you can imagine all that office, you know, subscription-based business. That's what really cloud computed is for Microsoft. And it's a big deal. And it's, you know, I think it's well worth it, you know, because the bottom line is that it's secure, and every upgrade, we don't even do upgrades, right? They do the upgrade, and you just pull up your Office, and it's all in there.
Yeah, they have that Office 365. It's about $10 per user.
Right.
Google has the same exact plans as well, so they're head-to-head competing for sure.
Yeah, so let's look at what Google is doing if they break that out. I think they break it out too. Let's see. Well, I guess they don't. I think they break it out, but it's not broken out on Bloomberg right now. So look at that. So Google, actually, Microsoft is still doing more gross than Google. But, yeah.
Wait, say that again?
The gross sales, Microsoft is doing more than Google. Yeah, gross sales per year, Microsoft is at 110 billion right now. Google's at 108 billion.
Can you go back to Microsoft just so I can see it for a moment?
Yes.
Too?
Yeah. So you get, you know, this is the quarter they just come in with. Yeah. So they're looking to go from 110 billion to 122 next year.
Yeah.
Pretty big number, man.
Yeah. It looked
Big
like
number.
Google, though. I think Google, their 2019 was higher than that, though, too, right? So it seems like Google, the price in some greater growth than Microsoft for forecast, because I think it was 127 or 129 in 2019.
Yeah, right. Look at that. It is. No, it
129.
is. They're looking at 21 billion increase.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Not bad.
Big number.
Not bad at all.
Big number, no doubt.
Yeah.
So let's go inside the Dow Industrials and see what's putting juice inside those Dow Industrials right now. So point-wise, what you have, it's going to be Microsoft. Of course it's going to be Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft's putting 17 positive points. Goldman, 11. Visa, 8. Taken away from Caterpillar, 10. IBM, 7. Disney, 5. 3M, 4. Nothing really heavy there. The commodity space, because this dollar's going down, it's the first day we've seen any type of strength inside the commodity space. You get copper up 2%, and let's go to copper, because copper yesterday was getting smoked. It was down 7.5. Now you got it up 5.5.
Yeah, that was the low for, I think, the previous 12 months, they're saying, on copper at least.
Yeah, big number, man.
Yeah.
I mean, copper went from $3.33 a pound down to $2.67 a pound.
Yeah.
That is
talking
a
about
monster.
about 20% haircut. Yeah.
Yeah. And let's see. We got you got wheat up, you got sugar up, gasoline's up. We don't want to see that up, but that's up. It's going to be intriguing, man, watching this whole dollar play out. There's no doubt about it. We'll see what comes out here Sunday night.
Yeah. No, who knows what kind of tweets we'll get over the weekend.
Oh, we'll get them. We'll get them once it's fired up. I suspect that it's going to be there. The thing that the other side of this, meaning that and I brought this up even when Trump was getting elected. You got to remember something. He's in the real estate business, man. We're in the real estate business. I don't want to see rates go up, man. No one wants to see rates go up. The real question is going to be,
one of the factors of having a president that's in a for-profit business while running the country. So there you go. Right?
Oh yeah, totally. It's listen. I know, and the rate structure, and the bottom line, folks, is that the fundamental reason that you're supposed to raise rates is that so inflation don't take off. And if you have never seen inflation, it can get really nasty, and that's the basis of it. Because once the inflation genie is out of the bottle, it's very hard to put it back in the bottle, because then all of our expectations that every single time that we go to the supermarket, we're going to pay more for a product. And the last time this happened, was Carter, and it was pretty dramatic. It was pretty dramatic walking into the supermarket when you knew every single week, and it came down to that, Tommy. Every single week, prices were going up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. So what happens there, folks, is you keep buying things very quickly, but it takes a lot harder to crush inflation rather than keep it in the bottle.
Sure.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow up 30, Nasdaq's up 27, S&Ps are up 2, gold's up 530, dollars down 587 ticks. Be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien with Tom O'Brien. We get the markets inching their way into more positive territory as that Dow is up now 26, S&P's positive by 2, and NASDAQ positive by 29.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Friday afternoon plays out, whether we just trail off, kind of a calm afternoon. We'll see what happens, but quite a little rebound from this morning's negative territory.
Yeah, oh, that was a when that replay evidently of the $500 billion in tariff. If you want to see a move, folks, okay, this is a quite extraordinary move. I mean, it was, well, I guess they must have played it early, right? Yeah.
They could have, yeah.
Yeah, because this moved down, yeah, I was up that early, 6 o'clock. So 6:20 is when it got hit. It got hit from, it was at 28.06, and then by, it was 28.06 at 5:40, and then by 6:20, it was at 27.93.
And you know, I'm just not sure before we put it to that, because President Trump was out there tweeting as well, so I wonder what time those tweets came out, because that could have been the tweet, actually, of him hammering the dollar in the same...
Okay, yeah. And of course, I'm wondering, you know what's interesting is that, when I was talking with Jason Path yesterday, Tom, is that, he had, that 95 level, thinking that, okay, listen, it's going to take it over, which, is good data, there's no doubt. And I was saying, man, the last thing you're thinking about is that something comes out of left field. And I'm wondering how really, analysts that actually have to do this for large companies, how are they going to handle this? As to who's going to win here? Is it going to be what the dollar wants to do in general, or what is going to happen inside the administration as to where they want the dollar to trade?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's that's not in the financial books right now.
Sure. Right.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
So let's go take a look at the GDX, okay? And what we are going to need, folks, we're going to need more strength out here. The GDX, bottom line is that on the way down, these were holding up pretty good. What I'd like to see out here today, though, Well, actually, this ain't bad, because on the weekly basis, what you have is this. I'd like to see a close actually inside 21.94, and we're shot 19 cents in that right now. What the GDX has done on a weekly, which is pretty cool, you're coming into the high volume swing from February 9th, the week of February 9th. That's the interest number in all the indices. 326 million, and thus far you've only done 150. That's how I like to see test. There's no doubt about that. Let's go take a look at the XAU, the HUI. XAU, put this on a weekly. Now, I won't get the volume. You don't get the volume for the XAU, the HUI, until 8 o'clock that following night, the same night, rather. But this has tremendously lighter volume thus far. So that's the XAU. HUI looks to be set up the same way. And the Gold Bugs Index has finally overtaken the XAU in strength, meaning that didn't get to its lowest swing point. And if we take a look at the Gold Bugs Index right now, that's up $1.72, and that's a rejection of lower price also. The last low out here was 168. We got to 169. That number, though, is a monster number. You get 133 million. Thus far, we've done 84 million. We're going to add today's in it, and thus far this week, it has done. Come on. It's doing like 25 million a day.
Okay.
So that's saying that we're going to have lighter volume. Now the real question is how are we going to finish out this day?
And I was just looking at the archives of tweets from our president, and it was at about 5:45 this morning that the tweets hammering the rates started. So the first one came in at 5:43 a.m. China, the EU, and others have been manipulating their currencies and interest rates lower, while the U.S. is raising rates, while the dollar gets stronger and stronger with each passing day, taking away our big competitive edge. As usual, not a level playing field. And then that finishes with the next one at 5:51, saying that the U.S. should not be penalized because we're doing so well. I have to chuckle. So that was the time when the market, so it was really Trump hammering the Fed and higher interest rates, just prior to 6 a.m., and that's where the market kind of slid off.
Yeah. And now, now he's moving markets. That's the thing that's pretty amazing,
Yeah.
So it's gonna we'll see where the baby shakes out, But what does happen is that competitively, the higher the dollar does get, the less goods we're going to sell, So we'll see between that and the tariffs. You know what? There's so many moving pieces right now that you can start tackling one piece, and then he'll drop another piece. Then he'll drop another piece. And so
Right. No, part of the analysis is figuring out which pieces are going to matter when it comes to what's moving this market, definitely.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Thus far, when we take a look at the S&P, now the tariffs, bottom line, tariffs are, taxes. And, thus far, the S&P high is at 2872, but the reality is that we're still laying right next to it.
Yeah.
That was the January high, and guess what? We're up at 2807. So, you're right next to it. The NDX 100, of course, has the juice, and what we're going to see coming in next week is that we're going to see some big FANG stocks with numbers. We get Amazon the 26th. So, that's not even next week, huh? No, the 20. That's weird.
Yes, it is. That's
Isn't today the 20th?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, that's right. 7 days. Okay, yeah. Thanks. Okay, and so we get Google.
Sorry, what one was that? The 26th? Amazon? Where were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we get Google the 23rd.
Okay.
And then we have Facebook the 25th. That's gonna be rocking and rolling the NDX 100 and Nasdaq in a big way.
So you got, I was reading an article on those three in particular that the market cap of those three companies alone, something like $2.27 trillion. So you got Monday, Wednesday, Thursday between the three of them.
Big numbers, man.
Yeah.
Big numbers. And, of course, the NDX, if we go take a look at the NDX, I believe that's laying right at its highs. Yeah, it is. The closing high on the NDX is 74.18, and we're at 73.94.
Yeah, that was only Tuesday.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
It really is pretty amazing. So hey, this is pretty cool too. Basil was looking at this last night. Cintas. Okay, so what Cintas is, this is what the reason Basil looks at it, is that Cintas, basically has to do with how the economy's going, because they provide manufacturers with the promotional, with the fire protection, all the carpets. Yeah, stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We got the Dow up 12 points currently. NASDAQ up 27. S&P's positive by 1. That NASDAQ 100 up 35 points now, trading 74.03. Kind of been a tame hour for most of this hour. Market kind of just hanging up a little bit since we started the program at 10, but pretty calm markets.
Yes, and it's intriguing that, when you take a look at Europe, though, when Trump did come out with that tweet, Europe never came back. Now the DAX is going to close in another half hour, but the DAX went from a price point. Look at this. You went from a price point of 12,706 to 12,700. 12,536.
Yeah, like 160 points, almost, you know, 120 points would be 1% in the DAX, so 1.2, 1.3%,
And if we take a look at let me just look at the FTSE for a second. So if we look at the FTSE, it's only down $8. And yeah, well, you know, but is that, yeah, so that went from 77.03. Yeah, so
and
that was that.
Sorry, I was just going to say, can we jump back to that Cintas too? I know you're going to finish up with that during that break.
Yeah, so what Cintas is all about is that, you know, all the stores that we see, all the rental the uniforms, they do that on a rental basis. All the services that are used at basically almost every retail store we see, every commercial building that we see, that is Cintas. Okay, they do
$21 billion company. Yeah, that's it.
Isn't it amazing? They do $6.5 billion.
Sure.
But guess what? We all know it. Like, particularly, we don't see it as much as in Florida, but up north, you know, when it's snowing, all those rugs that are in every place before you're walking in, that's all of them.
And it says their name. It's right. It has their brand, all that good stuff.
Stay right there, folks. We got Fast Markets coming up next, and we get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks, man.
Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks. Go get them.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.